Hi everyone, some gamer dude here. So, as you can see, Yu-Gi-Oh! Speed Duels. There was a reason I was talking about it recently, because I think the way the format has gone with just sealed products is probably for the best. A friend got me the Yu-Gi-Oh! Speed Duels Duel Academy box, because he really wants to play Speed Duels, and it's like, here's the stuff, make the content, let's just play it. And he's like, I'll keep it up to date. But I am actually going to go back and get the Battle City box. I've tracked one down. I just have to get around to going out there to pick it up. So expect that one in a little while. I don't actually mind Yu-Gi-Oh! GX in terms of characters. I think it's probably one of the better sequel series. I know that 5Ds is really liked. I'm not huge on it. I think it's a bit tedious. What I've seen of Arc V, I think it is. That's the one with the performer pals, isn't it? Yeah, I think so. That one I actually quite liked. I quite liked what I saw of that. Reigns was but I do like synchros from Arc V. Sorry, 5Ds. Zexal, I do like the mechanics. I think there was some Raid Raptors that look pretty cool with the Xyz mechanic, but I'm not huge on it. I am still hoping to get around to buying Rush Jewels. Jeez, I actually do need to make a video on this sometimes, but Yu-Gi-Oh! Is actually my favourite of the big three in terms of being a property. I think I've really aged out of Pokemon a lot because I'm past 30. And Magic I like as a game, I don't really like the property very much. It's one of those things where I enjoy playing Magic, but I'd enjoy it more with a different IP attached. It is what it is. So, get your game on with 8 decks ready to play. We have Jaden Yuki or Judai, if you... Because that was actually around the time that I got the internet on heavily at home, and Yu-Gi-Oh! GX was starting. The Hallelujah intro was one of the first anime intros I downloaded. And Asta, he has the Destiny Heroes. I've already played these decks with the friend that got this for me, and a big thank you. But my favourite was actually the Ancient Gears, because I like those. I've always liked those cards. Chaz, Zane, Alexis. Alexa, I haven't actually tried yet. I keep wanting to say Alexa Bliss. Thank you, Awesome Card Games. You did that to me. I know it was you. You and your thing for Alexa Bliss. That's one of the D heroes. Jesse, I'm sorry I didn't get that far into it. I'd have to look it up. And Crowler, who, yeah, I like his deck, but, well, that is a creepy character design. And on the other side, we have Flame Wingman, which I'm not surprised. On the back, we have 8 secret rare upgrades from a set of 24, all brand new 20 skill cards, and more cards. We have Volcanics, Ojama, Ancient Gears, nothing really other than that. We have Cyber Dragon, and I think that's Rainbow Dragon on the other side. And, yeah, they just... Okay, now we can find out the other one. Axel Brody is the black fella. Okay. Tell me what he's like in the comments, because I've never seen the show that far in. I gave up around the time of the first arc ending. I really can't stay with modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Much further than that. So, this is a really nice, high-quality box. Actual hard cardboard. It's a proper storage box, like the Duel Devastator box, which I do have an opening for, but I never uploaded it. Maybe I should go find where I put it and upload it. Precious content, less work, more time for myself. So, yeah, so we got this, the top. The sides are quite nice. And, wow, do you get not much in there, really. You get a bunch of cards, the mats, another Donzalug, because I know what people and he gave it to me, because he doesn't like foils. And then we just have the decks, just looks like they're put into 4 piles and just slopped around. So I'm curious, how much space does it take up? Now it's going to take up more with the sleeves, and this is made to have sleeves, which is really nice. So, yeah, you could put all your Speed Duel stuff in there. Yeah, that's actually really nice. The product, I think, is made bigger just to make it bigger, to make it look like it's worth the amount it's costs. You get 4 playmats, which are double-sided playmats, which I'm surprised you get 4. It's really unusual. I would have only included 2, which, yeah, I don't think I should open this all the way, but it seems to tell you how to play the game on one side, a mat with D heroes and E heroes on the other side. Yeah, I can't get this in the frame. And, yeah. And it tells you all of the decks on the other side. So, how to play decks. Yeah, I like this. I like the presentation. I see why they gave you so many. So, if anyone needs to learn how to play Yu-Gi-Oh! So, we'll open the secret rares at the end. That means I have like 3 Gonzalogs in secret rare. No, sorry, 2. Plus the one that comes in the deck. So, we'll just start opening the decks. And I've got to go out and buy a ton of Yu-Gi-Oh! Sleeves now. So where's the little tab? Tab. There it is, the front. I don't really like it being at the front. Is that it? I think so. Yep. We got it, folks. We won. So let's just get this on. Oh, Jesus, really doesn't want to get off. And actually, I do have something really nice to say about these decks. And I'm really curious about the Duelist Kingdom, Battle City ones now. Because I don't know why I didn't buy that one. It was for current, but now I need to go find one. Well, I found one, I just need to go buy it. So, yeah. It's off my hand. Ugh. So, if you remember when I first talked about Speed Duels, I mentioned that the cards were really nice and glossy and had a very nice coating to them. These do too. This is using the same card stock and factory as the first release. I'm very happy about that. I like seeing them put a high quality card in it. I wonder why this gets high quality card. I wonder if it's, again, you're paying for what you get, the price goes up. So, first one is Zane's Cyber Dragons and Cyber Dark Dragons. We get Cyber Dragon, of course. Where should I put these? Let's put them at Hunter Dragon, which is pretty much what you want to use to get off your Cyber Darks. Proto Cyber Dragon, it becomes Cyber Dragon while on the field. Cyber Phoenix, not a Cyber Dragon, but a machine. Cyber Dark Horn, which gets you a level 3 dragon and puts it in as an equipped card, and it has piercing damage by the look of it. Cyber Dark Edge, apparently it can attack directly and halves its attack. Cyber Dark Keel, destroys an opponent's monster by battle, does 300 damage to them. Exploder Dragon, which when it's destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, destroy the monster that destroyed it. Neither player can take any battle damage from attacks involving this card. Interesting. Cyber Valley, which does this one become Cyber Dragon? No. Not by the look of it. No. But when it's targeted by an attack, you can banish this card to draw a card and then end the battle phase, which is neat. Cyber Dark Claw, which is a 3-star dragon for the Cyber Darks, which, when it's sent to the graveyard while equipped to a monster, Cyber Dark Dragons, you can target one Cyber Dark monster in your graveyard and add it to your hand. You can only use the effects of Cyber Dark once per turn. You can discard this card to add one Cyber Dark spell or trap from your deck to your hand. That type of consistency is actually real good in Speed Duels. I just realized how far down I have this. Sorry about that. So, Cyber Dragon, Hunter Dragon, Proto Cyber Dragon, Cyber Phoenix, Cyber Dark Horn, Cyber Dark Edge, Cyber Dark Keel, Exploder Dragon, Cyber Dark Valley. And after battle calculation, if a monster equipped with this card battles, you can send one monster from your extra deck to your graveyard. Seems useful. I wish I noticed this card. That's probably how the deck comes together. Polymerization, different dimension capsule, future fusion, which I think you need. Overload fusion, yeah, that's necessary. Cyber Dark Impact, which is much harder to summon than you'd think. Trap Jammer, Cyber Shadow Gardener, which makes a machine effect monster with attack and defense equal to the attacking monster. Straight Flush, Memory Loss. When a monster is activated, negate that effect and you change it to defense mode. So cancels activated effects and stops them from attacking. Cyberduck Network. Hey, the extract monsters aren't with it. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, starting to see how that comes together. That's one of the things with Yu-Gi-Oh! It's very, very Timmy game, very combo-based. And I think I'm going to pull this down because it's going to be easier for me. There we go. This is Axles of Deck, the Volcanics. This one's actually really cool. This one's really easy to summon because of the, what's it called? The skill card. Blazing Impachi, Charcoal Impachi, won all those pyros. UFO Turtle, that's an old card. Spirit of Flames, I remember when that was good. Well, usable and casual. Raging Flame Sprite, not very good. Volcanic Shell, which, yeah, you get 2 of. You kind of want 3, but I don't think Speed Duels should really have a full play set of 3. I think it kind of makes it too consistent. I think that's what busted the first format in a bit. Volcanic Blaster, Volcanic Hammerer, which, once per turn during your main phase, you can inflict damage to your opponent equal to the number of volcanic monsters in your graveyard times 2. Neat. Volcanic Rocket, which gets you Blaze Accelerator. Royal Firestorm Guards, that's actually much harder to get off than it looks. Salamandra. Twister. Blaze Accelerator. That's pretty good. Tri-Blaze Accelerator, that's the upgrade, and that's what you need for Volcanic Doomfire. Wildfire, which, yeah, actually isn't a bad card. Mishizuri, I remember when that was an ultra rare in this game. Covering fire, that's normal for Yu-Gi-Oh! Firewall. So the Jaden skills are with these ones, okay. Here goes nothing. Once per duel, you can activate the skill of, at the start of the battle phase, you control exactly one elemental hero monster and no others. Sorry, no other monsters. For the rest of this turn, that one monster gains plus 800 attack while battling an opponent's monster and can attack all monsters your opponent controls once each, and you can special summon monsters for the rest of the turn. Interesting, it says 2020 down the bottom. So I think I might separate the skill cards now, and we'll do this with these decks face up, so I can see what goes with. The powerful group of guys. While you control exactly one D hero monster and no other monsters, and your opponent controls more monsters than you can special summon one Destiny hero monster from your hand or deck with a level lower than the monster you control. That's actually really hard because the D heroes, they're one of those decks you have to learn. You can only summon D hero monsters during this turn. You activate the skill, flip this over at the end of the turn. Oh god, so it's all Land of the Ojamas. Once per turn, you can send one Ojama card from your hand to your graveyard, special summon one Ojama monster from your graveyard while you control one Ojama monster, switch the original attack and defense of all monsters on the field. That's actually pretty funny. I think that's the Ojama card, the field card, made as a thing. Ancient Fusion, which allows you to fusion summon Ultimate Ancient Gear Golem, I think it is, using only parts in the field. Oh no! If one of those monsters is Ancient Gear materials is Ancient Gear Golem, you can also use monsters from your hand or deck as material. Your opponent takes no damage for the rest of the turn. Any battle damage your opponent takes from the fusion monster is halved. So you can basically just cheat it out and then yeah, that's actually not that bad. I wish I read that card fully because I thought it was just a bunch of conditions afterwards. But I didn't really have the time to sit down and process things yesterday. Sorry, was it yesterday? Day before yesterday. Once per turn, you can discard one card to fusion summon Cyber Blader by sending either Elatol Cyber or Blade Skater from your hand to the graveyard as one fusion material, and the other material from your hand, or deck, or to the graveyard. That's Cyber Blader gains plus 400 attack. This skill can be used twice per duel, so you can get Cyber Blader out. I don't know what that card does. I didn't pay attention to it back in the day. We're running out of space. Okay, Crystal Transcendence. You can only summon such set crystal monsters and dragon monsters while the skill is face up. Once per turn during your main phase, you can send the top up to 3 cards from your hand to the graveyard, then choose that many crystal-based monsters with different names from your deck and place them into your spell trap zone as continuous spell cards. This skill can be used twice per duel. And yeah, that's interesting. Forbidden Style, Cyber Style Technique. Activate this skill once per duel if your life points are 1500 or less and you control no monsters. Reduce your life points to 50 and special summon 3 machine cyber monsters from your hand and or graveyard. They each become cyber dragons and cannot be tributed. For the rest of the turn, you cannot summon or set monsters except by fusion summoning, or attack except with fusion monsters, and destroy any monsters summoned by this skill during your end phase. Okay, that's a bit better than I remembered. Blaze Accelerator deployment turns Blaze Accelerator into Tri-Blaze Accelerator. I use that one, it's pretty good. The right hero for the job. Once per duel during your main phase, you can shuffle one elemental hero monster you control into your main deck, then special summon one level 4 or lower hero monster from your elemental hero monster from your main deck with a different name than the card you shuffled in. Okay. Looking into the future, you can look at the top 3 cards and rearrange them. And it's once armed and ready, which is probably for armed dragons. Once per duel during your main phase, you can send one level monster you control to the graveyard, then special summon the level monster mentioned in the text from your hand, deck, or graveyard as if it were summoned by the sent monster's effect. And I have to make more space. Let's throw Jarvis. Middle Age Mechs. It's basically the continuous spell card. If an Ancient Gear monster getting plus 300 attack each time a monster is normal summoned, place 1 counter on this card. Oh, each time a monster is special normal summoned or set. That's not yours. That's not Ancient Gears. It's anyone's. I didn't notice that. If you tribute summon an Ancient Gear monster face up, you can tribute this card. Instead, it counts as many tributes as it has counters. Alexis looks pissed. Machine Angel Ascension. Once per turn during your main phase, you can use one of their skills, but only be used once per duel. Discard 1 spell, then add 1 Cyber Angel Ritual Monster or Machine Angel Ritual Spell from your deck to your hand. Shuffle 1 Cyber Angel Ritual Monster or Machine Angel Ritual Spell from your graveyard into your deck. So you get to reuse them or search. Okay. Rainbow Crystal Collection. If a face-up Crystal Beast monster you control would be destroyed, you can place a crystallization counter on it instead. Monsters with crystallization counters are considered continuous spell cards in your spell and trap zone instead of monsters. If a card with a crystallization counter would be special summon, remove the counter. Cards with crystallization counters count as fusion material for ultimate crystal monsters. So does that stop them from being destroyed? Okay. Cyberdark Style. Once per turn, choose 3 Cyberdark monsters from your deck. Your opponent randomly adds 1 of them to your hand. Shuffle the other 2 with 1 card from your hand into your deck. Then flip this card over. This skill can be used up to 3 times. Once when your life points are 3,000 or less. Once when your life points are 2,000 less, and once with your life points are 1,000 less. I've got to check if it's up to, because I'm not really up on Yu-Gi-Oh! Rulings. I've got to check how that actually works. Volcanic Cannon, once per duel. You can send up to 1 Tri-Blaze Accelerator you control to the graveyard, then special summon 1 Volcanic Doomfire from your hand, deck, or graveyard, ignoring its special summon conditions. Your opponent takes no effect damage during the turn you activated the skill, which I think relates directly to Doomfire's effect. And here we get ones for if you want to build them, I guess. Energizing Elements for Bastion. You can declare fire, water, earth, or wind during turn. Monster you declared attribute gain 500 attack and lose 400 defense, which is all of the 4 of the 6 elemental field spells back in the day. Also, any battle damage they inflict is halved. If you control no monsters with declared attribute, flip this card over. So you basically just have to keep it around. Okay, that's just a skill by itself. Room for Growth, which is Cyrus. He's getting the deck next set. During your main phase, you can increase the level of the attack of 1 level 3 or lower monster you control by 300 times its level. until the end of turn. Flip this card over when you activate it. I'm kind of surprised Hasselberry wasn't here. I thought that would have been here because the Dino deck would have been big. During each of your draw phases, you gain plus 200 life. During your draw phase, if you draw a dinosaur monster for your normal draw, you can reveal it and place it on the bottom of your deck, then draw one card. Once per turn, during your main phase, you can make one dinosaur monster you control gain 200 attack until end of turn. That seems like it's an alternate one for the old Rex Raptor deck. And Consumed by Darkness, which I have no idea. Oh no, it's another one for the Crystal Beasts. Okay. So, all Crystal Beast monsters on the field and in the graveyard become dark. If an Ultimate Crystal Beast as Ultimate Crystal Monster attacks, negate the effects of the attack target during the battle phase. Yeah, I keep putting it to the side, don't I? During damage calculation, if a Crystal Beast monster you control battles and you would take damage, you can send one Crystal Beast monster from your deck to the graveyard. You take no battle damage from that battle. Seems interesting. I think I used the Crystal Beast once in the Switch Yu-Gi-Oh game. So it looks like the fusion monsters all have their own brick. Because Yu-Gi-Oh GX was very, very fusion based. There's a little tab. There it is. It doesn't want to come up. Here we go. Got it. So, looks like this is all the heroes. So we've got Avian, Burstinatrix, Clayman, Sparkman, your original stuff. Got us with the third eye to make fusions easier. Winkaribo, of course. Rottweiler, if this is drawn by battle and sent to the graveyard, target one Elemental Hero card and one Polymerization in your graveyard, add them to your hand. Elemental Hero Bubbleman, if this is the only card in your hand, you can special summon it. And when it's special summoned, you can draw 2 cards. You must control no other cards and have no card in your hand to activate and resolve this effect. Blade Edge, piercing damage for defense monsters. Unaffected by traps is Wild Heart. Necroshade, if it's in once while it is in the graveyard, you can normal summon one level 5 or higher elemental hero without tributing. Blade Edge. But I think later on it gets used for Neos. I'm not sure. Polymerization, Fusion Sage, so you have consistency for polymerization, reinforcements of the army, so you can get your heroes. Skyscraper, so elemental heroes gain 1000 attack when attacking. Fusion Recovery, add 1 poly from your graveyard and 1 monster in your graveyard that was used as material from a fusion summon. No E. I'm surprised at that. Righteous Justice. Destroy all spells and traps equal to the number of E heroes you control. Negate attack. Negates attack and in the battle phase. Hero merges. You can special summon a hero from your hand when an opponent's monster declares an attack. If they pick a hero from your hand, really easy to do. Hero Signal. When a monster you control is destroyed by battle and since the graveyard, you can special summon a level 4 or lower elemental hero monster from your hand or deck. You want deck. So we'll just put these under the Jaden cards. Elemental Hero, Destiny Hero Plasma. Yeah, it's got to have 3 tributes, and you negate the effects of your opponent's face-up monsters while your opponent controls them. Once per turn, you can target 1 monster your opponent controls, equip it to this card, it gains attack equal to half the attack. Hard to get out, I found. Doomlord. You can basically remove a card, an opponent's monster from the game for 2 turns. Diamond Dude. Free spells, basically. Elemental Hero Blade Master. Once during your opponent's battle phase, as a quick effect, you can discard this card All D hero monsters you control gain 800 attack. I wish I noticed that. Dasher. It's a 2100 6-star. Once per turn, you can tribute one other monster. Is it focusing? Kind of. It gains 1000 attack until end of turn. If this attacks, you can change it to defense position at the end of the battle phase. It's got less defense. I guess you just don't want to take the damage. Once while this card is in your graveyard, you can draw. When you draw a monster during your draw phase, you may reveal it, special summon it. This card must be in the graveyard to activate and resolve this effect. Okay. Fearmonger. While this during your standby phase, while this is in your graveyard, because it was destroyed by battle and sent there during your has been there since your last standby phase. Target one D hero monster in your graveyard, except Fearmonger special summon the target. So basically get it out first turn, hopefully, and then just special summon D heroes. If I remember correctly, it's just really hard to discard the D heroes. Cannot be normal summoned or set, so it's just not some version of Plasma by the look of it. Special summon from your hand by attributing 3 monsters, including at least one D hero monster during your turn. If you still control, once per turn, if you still control this face-up card during your opponent's next standby step after you special summon it, this way half your opponent's life. Malicious, you can banish this card from your graveyard to special summon one from your deck. Easier said than done, you get 2 of those. Dark Angel. If you have 3 or more D heroes in your graveyard, you can discard this card, then target one D hero monster from your graveyard, special summon it to your opponent's field in defense position. When a spell, card, or effect you activate resolves, negate that effect, and if you do, or if it did not have any effect, destroy this card. Destroy that card. During your phase, you can banish this card and one D hero monster from your graveyard. Each player chooses one normal spell from their deck, places on top of their deck. That's a really complicated card. Poly, Reinforcements, Fusion Sword, Murasame Blade. Monsters can't be destroyed by battle effects it's equipped to. Dark City, if a D hero attacks a monster with higher attack, the attacking monster gains 1000 attack during battle calculation. Helps, because they've got low stats. Special summon one D hero monster from your hand. Level 4 or lower. You must not control any D heroes to use it. Over Destiny, target one Destiny hero monster in your graveyard. Special summon one D hero from a deck whose level is less than or equal to half of the target's level, but destroy. Is less than or equal to half. So it's just going to be less than anyway. It's weird. Nightbeam, target one set spell or trap card your opponent controls, destroy that target. Opponent cannot activate the targeted card in response, so it's basically Mystical Space Stuff a bit better, except it's not quick play. Destiny Signal, when a monster you control is destroyed with battle, send to your graveyard, special summon one level or lower D hero from your hand or deck. See, a lot of this feels like it's really centered around Fearmonger. Really is. D-Chain. There must be another deck behind here. Target one D hero monster you control. Equip this to the target, and when it sends a card by battle to the graveyard, it inflicts 500 damage to your opponent. When a face-up D hero monster you control is targeted for an attack, destroy the attacking monster. So it's Sakura's armor, except worse. Okay, so I've got Chaz's deck on the back. So I'll just put the D heroes over here. Got Ajama Yellow, Ajama Green, Ajama Black, V Tiger Jet, Shirion the Mage, I'd say it's pronounced. Once per duel, you can discard one spell, then target one spell, drop your opponent controls, destroy that target. Once per turn. So basically it turns anything into Mystical Space Stuff basically. Arm Dragon level 3, during a standby phase, you can send this card from your graveyard. Send this card to the graveyard to special summon Arm Dragon level 5 from your hand or deck. Arm Dragon level 5. You can send one monster from your hand to the graveyard, then target one monster your opponent controls with attack. less than or equal to the sent monster's attack, destroy the target. During the end phase, if a monster is destroyed by battle this turn, you can send this card to your graveyard, special summon one level 7 from your hand or deck. And then Armed Dragon level 7. Cannot be normal summon or set, special summon by Armed Dragon level 5 only. You can send one monster from your hand to your graveyard, destroy all monsters your opponent controls with attack less than or equal to the sent monster's attack. W-Wing Catapult. You can equip it to the Tiger Jet. And if the equipped monster will be destroyed by battle or card effect, destroy this card instead. The equipped monster gains +4/+4. It's just like, it becomes a 2,000, 2,200 for 2 cards, okay? Ojama Red, when this card is normal summon, you can special summon up to 4 Ojama monsters from your hand in attack position. Ojama Blue, when this card is destroyed by battle and sent to your graveyard, you can add 2 Ojama cards from your deck to your hand. Polarization, Ojama Hurricane, if you control all 3 normal Ojamas, destroy cards your opponent controls. Ojama Magic, if this card was sent from your hand or field to the graveyard. Ojama Match, send 1 Ojama card from your hand or face up field to the graveyard. You add to your hand 1 Ojama monster with a different name and 1 Armed Dragon monster from your deck and or graveyard. For some reason, cut out. Send 1 Ojama card from your hand or face up to field to the graveyard. Add to your hand 1 Ojama monster with a different name and 1 Armed Dragon monster from your deck and or graveyard. Then immediately after this card resolves, you can normal summon one of those monsters. During your end phase, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target 3 of your banished Ojama monsters, shuffle them into your deck and draw 1 card. That is really complicated. The Grave of Enkindling. When a monster you control is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, each player targets 1 monster in their graveyard. Each player special summons their monster in defense position, but those monsters cannot change their battle positions, so it's used for fusion. Super Rush Recklessly. Target 1 base monster you control and 1 monster your opponent controls. Destroy the first target, and if you do, shuffle the second target into the deck. That's actually pretty cool. It's a nice reference to the old Rush Recklessly used with Ojamas. Spike Shield with Chain. Another equip card. Target 1 face-up monster on the field. Equip this card to that target. It gains +500 attack. If equipped monster destroys battles while in defense position, it gains a defense equal to its attack during the damage calculation only. So basically means it makes a big wall. And Wall of Disruption, which I know was really good in Speed Duel. Duel Links. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, or attack position monsters your opponent controls lose 800 attack for each monster they control, which I think is pretty good. So that's all of the Chaz cards. Sorry, I had to read them because I'm not even that familiar with quite a few of them. Now we're getting onto the fusions, which apparently opens up a bit differently. Don't know what that's about. We're nearly done, and then we'll get up to the secret rares. So I'll probably have to read the Machine Angel stuff quite closely because I'm not familiar with it. So we have Elemental Hero Flame Wingman. Must be fusion summon when it destroys a monster, and since it's a graveyard, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the attack of the monster that was destroyed. Thunder Giant. Must be fusion summoned once per turn. You can discard 1 card and target 1 monster on the field with attack less than the attack of this card and destroy that target. Rampant Blaster. Must be fusion summoned. Can attack directly while in defense position. If it does, half of its attack, and it's 2,000, 2,500. 1,000 damage is a lot for this. Steam Healer. Must be fusion summoned. If this card destroys a monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, gain LP equal to that monster's original attack in the graveyard. That's interesting. Darkbright. I'm not familiar with this one. It's Necrotrade plus Sparkman. Okay. Must be fusion summoned. If it attacks a defense position monster, piercing damage. If this card attacks, change it to defense position at the end of the damage step. If this card is destroyed, target 1 monster your opponent controls, destroy that target. That's interesting. I kind of just prefer Blade Edge. Plasma Vice. Speaking of Blade Edge, If this card attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing damage, you may discard one card, then target one attack position monster your opponent controls, destroy that target. Okay. Destiny, and so that's all the fusion for E heroes. We'll just put that with the E heroes. Destiny and Dragoon. Okay. It's a D hero with 3,000. Once per turn, you can target one monster your opponent controls, destroy that target, and if it was face up, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the attack it had on the field. You cannot conduct your battle phase the turn you activate this effect. Once per turn during your standby phase, you can, if this card is in your graveyard, you can banish one D hero monster from your, D hero card from your graveyard, special summon this card. Wow. Okay, that's quite powerful. D hero Dangerous. Okay. It's a 2,600. Quick effect, you can discard one card, so one Destiny hero monster from your hand or deck to the graveyard. If you do, Destiny hero monsters you control gain 200 attack. For each D hero monster in your graveyard until end of turn, you can only use it once per turn. So that's for D heroes. Next up we have Ojama King. It makes three places unusable. That's basically game ending in this, if they can't deal with it. VW Tiger Catapult. Must be first special summon from your extra deck by banishing the above cards you control, so it's a contact vision. You can discard one card, then target one monster your opponent controls, change the target's battle position. Okay. Ojama Knight, it's the same thing as King, but easier to summon, only does 2 areas. Okay. Ojamas, where's that? There we go. I'm actually surprised the Land of Ojama's field spell wasn't in the deck, but okay. Ultimate Ancient Gear Golem. Ancient Gear plus Golem plus 2 Ancient Gear monsters. It inflicts piercing damage. If it attacks, your opponent can't activate spell or trap cards until end of the damage step. If it would be destroyed, you can special summon one Ancient Gear Golem from your graveyard, ignoring its summoning conditions. I'll just put that under there. And I said the last pile has Ancient Gear Golem. So that's where that is. This is Cyber Blader. Fusion summon of this card can only be done with the above fusion materials. This card gains the following effect based on the number of monsters your opponent controls. Cannot be destroyed by battle for 1. 2, its attack is doubled, so it becomes 4,200. And 3, your opponent's activated card effects are negated. I'm actually curious on using that now. I'll try it out. Rainbow Over Dragon. Not familiar with it. So 7 crystal based monsters, that sounds hard in this, is always treated as an ultimate crystal card. It's 4,000 attack, and all the stars must be either fusion summoned or special summoned by attributing one level 10 ultimate crystal monster. Once per turn, you can banish one crystal based monster from your graveyard. This card gains attack equal to the banished monsters until the end of turn. Quick effect, you contribute this fusion summon card, shuffle all cards in the field back into the deck. Okay. That sounds interesting. I know my friend really likes the Crystal Beast, so that's probably really neat for that. Rainbow Dragon must be a normal deck card. Cyber End Dragon can attack defense position monsters and do piercing damage. Where is the Cyber Dragon? There we go. Chimera Attack Over Dragon, you can use all the monsters to summon it. It gains plus 800 attack for every monster you use to, machine monster you use to summon it. You have to use one Cyber Dragon, and it can attack once per each of them. Cyber Dark Dragon must be fusion summoned. If this card is special summoned, target one dragon monster from your graveyard. Equip that target to this card. It gains attack equal to the original attack of the equipped card. To it by this effect. Gains 100 attack for each monster in your graveyard. When this card will be destroyed by battle, destroy the equipped monster instead. Okay. So I'm going to guess this is the Cyber Blader deck now. So we get Hourglass of Life. I don't know how useful that'd be. Big Koala. Moki Moki. Oh, this is the extra stuff. Moki Moki. Donzalug. Which I don't know how useful that'd be. Apprentice Magician. Not sure. Des Kangaroo. So there must be Master of Oz in here. Gyroid, which might get useful next box. Hydreigon, which you kind of want 3 of it. Cyber Dark Dragon, which another way to use the Crystal Beasts. So that's pretty good. Black Brachios. That actually does kind of imply that they want you to buy it 3 times, though. When this card is normal summon, you can target one monster in the field, change that monster to face-up defense position. Okay. Toon Ancient Gear Golem. Surprised I did that, but there is a Pegasus deck in the last stuff, and I think there is Toons. Sphere Karibo. Yeah, that was Master of Oz. VWXYZ Dragon Catapult. Yeah, they want you to mix it with the last stuff. Book of the Moon. Fusion Weapon, given there's so many fusion monsters in this. Moki Smackdown. Again, they want you to buy 3 of it. Crystal Beacon. Okay. Oh, there's Ojama Country. You can put it in the deck. Advanced Dark, which is for summoning Crystal Beasts. Rising Energy. Discard 1 card. Take 1 face-up monster on the field. It gains 1500 attack. Okay. Justy Break, which is when your opponent's monster declares an attack on a normal monster, you control destroy monsters except the attack position normal monsters. Okay. And Floodgate Trap Hole. I'm not going to read through those cards because they're extra stuff. I'm just really interested in the main deck stuff at the moment. And I think the video is going long enough. I think it's over half an hour now. So this is the last one before the secret rares. You're really making you wait on those, aren't I? So we got Ancient Gears to start off with. Yeah. Inflicts piercing damage and can't be special summoned. If it attacks, your opponent can't activate spells or traps. Mechanical Chaser. I'm surprised I put something in that strong. Giant Rat, which when it dies, you can special summon Earth monster with 1500 or less attack from deck to attack position. Counters 2 tributes for an Earth monster. Hello, Ancient Gear Golem. Dekoichi, the battle-chanted locomotive. Flip, draw a card, then draw 1 additional card for each Bakochi, the frightened car you control. Ancient Gear Beast cannot be special summoned. If it attacks, your opponent cannot activate any spell or trap cards until the end of the damage step. Negate the effects of monsters destroyed by battle and sense of the graveyard, include battle with this card. Ancient Gear Soldier. When it attacks, your opponent cannot activate spells or traps for the battle phase. Special summon Ancient Gear to help you get into Ancient Gear Golem through raw tributes. Ancient Gear Engineer. Standard Ancient Gear stuff. And at the end of the damage step, if this card attacked, just target 1 spell or trap card your opponent controls, destroy that target. Ancient Gear Knight, which is a Gemini monster. And if you summon it the second time, when it attacks, it gains the normal effect of Ancient Gears. It's really not worth it. It's just vanilla 1800 beta for Ancient Gears. Ancient Knights. Ancient Gears, sorry. What's Ancient Knights? I don't know. Ancient Gear Gadget. If this card is normal summoned or special summoned, you can declare 1 monster type. If your monster attacks, your opponent cannot activate spells or trap cards or monster effects, whichever was declared until the end of the damage step. Once per turn, you can declare 1 Gadget monster's name until the end of phase. It becomes that time. So it's for Ancient Gear Gadgetron Dragon. Earthquake. Change monster's defense position. Ancient Gear Castle. All Ancient Gear monsters gain 300 attack each time monster is normal summoned or set, so it's either side. Place 1 counter on this card. If you tribute summon an Ancient Gear monster face up, you can tribute this card and send it counts as many tributes as those things. Gear Town. Now this one's interesting. Both players can normal summon Ancient Gear monsters for 1 less tribute. When this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon 1 Ancient Gear monster from your deck, grave, or hand. That's the one you want. Double Cyclone, you destroy 1 spell trap you control, then 1 your opponent controls. Do it with none on the field. Look at the top 5 cards of your deck, place them back in any order. You can tribute summon 1 monster in addition to your normal summon set. So basically it acts as double summon, except for tributes. Metal Morph, this is a card I like. Target 1 face-up monster in the field, equip it to that target against plus 300 attack and defense. If it attacks, it gains attack equal to the half of the attack of the target during battle calculation only, Statue of the Wicked. If it would be destroyed, which, yeah, Double Cyclone. it becomes a 1000 token. Damage condenser. You take no battle damage. Sorry, when you take battle damage, discard one card. Special summon one monster from your deck with attack less than or equal to the battle damage you took in attack position. Miniaturize. Activate this card by targeting one monster on the field with more than 1000 original attack than its level. That it has a level. If its level is reduced by 1, it also loses 1000 attack. That's actually really hard, badly written. I'd have to sit down and read that properly to fully grasp what they actually mean there. So we have Blade Skater. Sender of the Thousand Hands, which gets you ritual monsters and ritual monsters, the other ones. Ritual spells, there it is. DD Warrior Lady. Battles an opponent's monster, you can banish that monster, also banish this card. Warrior Lady of the Wasteland, it's actually the same character at different points. When this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon one Earth monster with 1500 or less attack from your deck in attack position. So it's an Earth Warrior version of the Giant Rat. Alator Cyber, if it attacks directly, it gains 500 attack during the battle, so it becomes a 1700 for attacking directly. Cyber Tutu, if the attack of each monster your opponent controls is higher than this card's, it can attack directly, which is a lot in this format. Cyber Gymnast, once per turn, you can discard one card and target one face-up monster your opponent controls and destroy that target. Okay. Cyber Prima, if this card is Tribute 7, destroy all face-up spells on the field. Okay. These must be some of the more recent cards. Cyber Angel Benten. You can ritual summon this card with Machine Angel Ritual. If this card destroys a monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, inflict damage to your opponent equal to that monster's original defense in the graveyard. If this monster is tributed, you can add one light fairy monster from your deck to your hand. Okay. Cyber Angel Idartan. You can ritual summon this card with Machine Angel Ritual. If this card is ritual summon, you can add one ritual spell from your deck or graveyard to your hand, so you can reuse it. If this card is tributed, you can make all ritual monsters you control gain 1000 attack and defense. That sounds like a floating effect. So you probably want to ritual summon, do this, and yeah, okay. Cyber Angel Izana, and that is a lot of text. That is a lot of text. Nice art though. You can ritual summon this card with Machine Angel Ritual. If this card is ritual summon, you can make your opponent send one spell trap they control to the graveyard. When this attacking card destroys an opponent's monster battle and sends it to the graveyard, you can activate this effect. This card can make a second attack on your opponent's monster in a row. Once per turn, when your opponent activates a card effect or effect that targets a Cyber Angel Ritual monster you control, quick effect, shuffle one ritual monster from your graveyard into your deck. If you do, destroy one card your opponent controls. Okay. I've got to reread that. That is a lot of text. Or Returning Alive. Ritual Weapon, not surprised. Machine Angel Ritual. Does it do anything other than... if a light monster you control be sent by battle to your graveyard, battle card effect to your... Well, this card is in your graveyard, you can banish this card instead. Okay. At least it does something. But you kind of want 3 of them. Berserker Scales. Target one face-up monster your opponent controls. Except a monster that is attacking directly, it gains 1000 attack. And it cannot attack directly for the rest of the turn. During the end phase, it loses 2000 attack. Okay, that's interesting for finishing them off. Cosmic Cyclone, banish a spell or trap by paying 1000 life. Hallowed Life Barrier, you can discard one card. You take no damage from your opponent's cards this turn. Also, monsters you cannot be destroyed by battle, and that's because the original Wabaku didn't actually protect the monsters, I believe. Double Passe. When an opponent's monster declares an attack on a face-up attack position monster you control, make your opponent's attack a direct attack instead and inflict damage to your opponent equal to the attack of the target you control. Also, that monster you control can attack your opponent directly during the next turn. Okay. And Jar of Avarice. Target 5 cards in your graveyard, except Jar of Avarice, shuffle all 5 into your deck, draw 1 card. You can only activate Jar of Avarice once per turn. I actually don't think that's a bad card at all. I like that. So, final one seems to be the Rainbow Dragons, Cyber Beasts. So, Rainbow Dragon, yeah. So, it's supposed to be the level 10 Ultimate Crystal card. Special summon by having 7 Crystal Beasts with different names on the field and or graveyard. Well, you can't have 7 on the board in Speed Duels. This card cannot activate the following effects that's only special summon. Quick effect, you may send all crystal-based monsters you control to the graveyard. This card gains 1,000 attack for each monster sent to your graveyard. And banish all crystal-based monsters from your graveyard. Shuffle all cards on the field into the deck. So basically resets the board. Okay. Crystal-based Amethyst Cat becomes a continuous spell trap card and can attack your opponent directly, but it becomes a 600 attacker. Amber Mammoth, you can it redirects attacks to it, becomes a spell or trap when it's destroyed by anything. Ruby Carbuncle, when this card is special summon, you can special summon as many crystal-based monsters as possible from your spell or trap zones. And becomes a crystal beast. Once per turn, you can target one monster you control that attack this turn. Change a target to defense position. Okay. Type has Tiger. If it attacks an opponent's monster, it becomes a 2,000 during the damage step. Cobalt Eagle. Once per turn, you can add one crystal beast card you can target one crystal beast you control and place on top of the deck. Okay. When this card is normal summon, you can place one crystal-based monster from your hand, deck, or graveyard face up into a spell or trap zone as a continuous spell, so it ramps. Crystal Seer. Flip, excavate the top 2 cards of your deck. That's mill 2, I believe. Then add one of them to your hand, place the other at the bottom of your deck. It's a flip effect, which you don't see very often. Wow, all the text. Ancient City, Rainbow Ruins. This is 40 minutes now. You must have this many crystal-based spell and traps to activate and resolve these effects. 1. This card cannot be destroyed by card effects. 2. Once per turn, including your opponents, you can halve the battle damage you take. 3. When a spell or trap card is activated, you can send one crystal-based monster you control to the graveyard. Negate the activation if you do destroy it. 4. Once per turn during your main phase, you can draw 1 card. 5. Once per turn during your main phase, you can target one crystal-based card in a spell trap zone and special summon it. Okay, that sounds pretty good. Rare value, if you control 2 or more crystal-based in a spell trap zone, your opponent chooses one crystal-based in your spell trap zone, sends it to the graveyard, and then you draw 2 cards. Crystal Blessing, target up to 2 crystal-based monsters in your graveyard, place them as spell traps. Target 1 crystal-based in your spell trap, special summon it, that's Crystal Promise. Crystal Release, equip only to a crystal-based monster, it gains 800 attack. When this card would be sent from the field to the graveyard, you can place one crystal-based monster from your deck face up in your spell trap zone, so it becomes the ramp you need. Crystal Tree, to continue a spell, each time a crystal-based monster is placed in either place spell trap zone, place a crystal counter on this card. You can send this card to the graveyard. Take a number of crystal-based monsters from your deck equal to the number of crystal counters on this card, place them face up in your spell trap zone as continuous spells. That sounds really, really bad in Speed Duels, because you only have 3 spaces. Crystal Raigeki, all these spells and traps are really hard to use. Send one crystal-based card from your spell trap zone to your graveyard, target one card your opponent controls, destroy that target. Rainbow Life, discard 1 card until end of turn. Each time you would take battle damage, gain that amount of life points instead. Just stops your opponent from attacking. Rainbow Gravity, okay, that's interesting. If you have 7 crystal beast monsters with different names on your field or graveyard, special summon 1 ultimate crystal monster from your deck or graveyard, ignoring its summoning conditions. I think you can use the dark crystal based one for that. Gravestorm, target 1 spell trap on the field, return them to your hand. And Crystal Conclave, which is a continuous trap once per turn. If a crystal based monster you control is destroyed by battle card effect, you can special summon one crystal-based monster from your deck. No restrictions there. You can send this card face up from the field to the graveyard, then target one crystal-based card you control and one card on the field. Return them to their hand. You cannot activate these effects in the same chain. Okay. A lot of effects that, because I haven't actually played them as much as I really should, and really need to comprehend them. And I don't really play Yu-Gi-Oh! Enough to really fully grasp what it is. I think a lot of it's just going over my head. But out of what I've actually played, I think I want to try Dark Heroes a bit more. I want to try Cyber Dark Dragon a bit more. Volcanics I liked, and Ancient Gears I liked. I've got to try out Crystal Beasts and E-Heroes and the Cyber Blader. It's what's it called? The Elemental Heroes and what's it called? Ojamas that aren't particularly interesting to me. So let's just see what secret rares I got, and we can finish this 50-minute video, because I'm pretty sure you guys are exhausted too. So let's just see what I got. So we got Donzalo, Dekochi the Arm Dragon level 7, Volcanic Rocket, this looks very familiar. Elemental Hero Flaming Man, okay. Sphere Karibo, Apprentice Magician, and Destiny Hero Dasher. Would have liked Cyber Dragon, but I have to admit the, where is it? I actually got 2 of that and 2 of that in Secret. Elemental Hero Flaming Man looks really nice in Secret Rare. I really like the Secret Rare foiling in general. So that's what we got. I do like Speed Duels quite a bit. I do feel that the product is basically implying that you have to buy it 3 times with stuff like the High Dragons. But I think it's also implying that they're going to release something with H2O Dragon later on that has only 2 copies of High Dragon. You need the 3rd. Kind of feel like Moki Moki's saying the same thing to me. There feels like it's a lot of, we want you to buy other products, and we're just going to keep building and building on it, and you only really need 1 of each, unless you want to go full-blown competitive with it. Which, who knows, you might, I don't know. But we don't know what's really coming for the future. It's Paradox, Cyrus, and Jaden. I don't remember what the 3rd one is. The 4th deck is for the new product, unless it is only 3. I think it might only be 3 decks. But anyway, yeah, that's the entire video for the day. I hope you enjoy this. I really wish I could give more commentary on the Yu-Gi-Oh cards. It's just that, again, I really need to get into Yu-Gi-Oh proper, and a lot of these card texts are very, very, very long, and the problem-solving card text really doesn't help as much as it should, because it's still excessively long effects. Till next time, this has been Some Gamer Dude, and thanks for watching.